My good Melanine, and well met indeed. My name is FrozenStag, and welcome back to episode 7 of the Erebor campaign. In the last episode, then, we had an absolutely fantastic battle with Erebor, and we absolutely wiped the floor of Rune. Lots of golden toilet paper was wiped all over the floor, and Rune was just annihilated. Amazingly, we didn't lose any of our generals, which I was almost certain that some of our key generals would die, like Dane, and I thought Dane was definitely dead at one point. The other guy, recent recruit, I thought he was just going to come and die. Gimli, I thought almost would die because his company got wrecked. And amazingly, none of them died. But I fear that may happen at some point in this campaign, but for now they survived. So, yay. I've also managed to fix the cursor lock thing. Well, in a way. Basically what I did is I went to my monitor settings and moved the monitor thing like above my other two somehow. And basically it means if I go like down here, then I go off the other screen. But if I if I go up into the corner, oh god, wherever in we're going to Valinor apparently. Let's go back. So yeah, I managed to fix the cursor thing, which is so much easier. It was a pain in the ass for 4th Age Total War, because 4th Age Total War, it knocks you off the screen, and then you have to, and sometimes the game just crashes because it doesn't like being alt-tabbed, and Rome 1 is horrible. And also, CK2, I no longer have to click off, I've been playing CK2 for what? Thousands of hours now, and I've spent at least 2,000 of those hours always being in borderless windows, and my mouse always going off the cursor, off the screen, but now it won't actually go off the screen anymore, which is just beautiful. Which we're sticking with that though. Apart from if I go down here, but it's fine. It shouldn't happen. So, in terms of the house rules and ground rules, I have received a comment from a friend that's been watching the video for a while. I've forgotten his name. He knows who he is. Because he's been giving me some financial advice. That financial advice, I'm afraid, was probably wasted because I ended up doing the money cheats. But I think he has seen the... I don't know if he saw the episode where I did it, but whatever. And he's not overly bothered. He knows the AI cheats an awful lot anyway, which is fine. It was I was always a bit concerned that people would see my videos and think, "Oh God, he's using cheats. I'm off," sort of thing. But the fact that he hasn't and is sticking around is just great, and I hope that can be said for God and for everyone else as well. But I've also gone around and set up a little list because I'm probably going to use it for my 4th Age campaign. I thought if I'm doing it again, that I need to write a proper list of what the house rules are. In the 4th Age series, which will probably start, I don't know when you're watching this, yeah, after my holiday, so maybe next week it should appear properly, I think, potentially, I don't know. We'll see. Or it could be Targaryen Dynasty. Actually, no, it's this week. I'm all over the place. The schedules, once we go on holiday a bit more and my time gets busier and busier, hopefully I'm sort of thinking that these schedules should be... We should be about a week, maybe a week ahead, maybe in future, but we'll see how we go. If not, we might be a bit on the behind side, but hopefully not. So I'll go over to house rules then. So number 1, I also another tidbit. I also found out what Navaya and Melanine means as well. Well, Melanine obviously means my friends. Navaya means farewell, and then Palamad means until we speak again. So that makes sense. So yeah. I was watching one of Gallo's Anduin videos, and he actually mentioned the pronunciation, which is very handy for me. So yeah, so house rules then. So the first one, as many of you will be aware, we can only recruit units and agents every 30 turns from turn 1 onwards. So every 30 turns, so for us it'd be turn 60 is when we can build our next big army. Yeah, we cannot upgrade a settlement. I need to find an example. Is there any... Oh god. Where am I going? Going all over the place today, Jesus. Alright. I'm used to Rome 1 where I'm like, it's very fast, but this is a bit slower, but then you can go really fast, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so today we can upgrade Bergram, and I'm not even going to work out how many turns out of me. We can't, and say we have these 2 buildings left to build. So we can't build those buildings, and we have to build these ones first before we can upgrade the settlement. So that's the one rule. Now the second one concerns more the building browser. It's something I'm going to start going ahead with now. If we're already building stuff, like I think we are in Erebor, so we just never carried on and leave that. I'm not going to cancel it and waste my time. I'm just going to leave that. So what we're going to do, so what we have to do first, the first building, settlements that are associated, we have to first build settlement, let's try again. we must first build buildings that are associated with building reduction cost / build type and growth. So, for example, what that means, I can't use that as an example. So what that means is, say for example, we want to make our building reduction cost go better. I can't do it here because I've done the mason tools. So we want to do the stoneworkers. So we build that probably first and get to the whatever highest tier we can of that. And then we'll do growth, so that'll probably be the pig farm. That's our growth building. I mean, yes, it's slightly economy, but it's like +5 in gold. I don't think that's really... I can't count that as economy. That's just barely much of an economy, really. And yeah, and then my next one. Secondly, we must then build buildings that are associated with economy and culture. So that would be... So I'm not really sure in the order I'll go in. I guess it depends. Yeah, I guess it depends, really. But I guess... we could go in one culture, so go with the feast hall first, and then the economy, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see how we go. But yeah, so culture buildings, and then economy. So that would be the merchants' quarter, which is economy focused, as is roads. So that's economy. And lastly, we can only, after we build all those, and obviously if it's like the same tier, if we can't build the next tier of the market because we need to get to a certain tier of city, then we'll just have to wait. This is just the order we go in until we upgrade the settlement. And lastly, we can then build buildings that are associated with military and agent recruitment and upgrades armor and weapons. Again, not really sure what order I'll go in. I'll figure it out as we go on. I might possibly, if I have a bit of time on holiday, I might make a little bit of a note and just figure out which way. But the problem is, all these things are different in every single Total War game. I mean, some are similar to Medieval 2, but if I play Rome 1, I play different conversion mods, all of them are different. So I don't really know what order I'll go in. I just go in whatever order I think works for us, which in a game where I wasn't using my cheats, I'd still be doing the exact same way. So military and agent recruitment, so that practice range, for example, ballista maker, ironmongers, because we get labourers, and also improves our armour. And also the agent recruitment, which is the smoking house that gets us a spy. And also, yeah, so, what's the other one? Agent recruitment, military, yeah. Now, necessary, don't have to necessarily build every single unit on turn 60. We can choose what we want to build. Obviously, I probably will spam most units, so we don't have the luxury of more men. So I probably would build more than me, probably. Well, if we can get more men, I would. So, there you go. So, hopefully that makes sense. And then this is the next one, which is for campaigns. Doesn't really matter that much, but we must play each campaign. I would recommend difficult, anything that's hard, very hard, legendary. We're playing very hard for this, so that counts. We can't use the money to explore any alliances, vassals, regions, or ceasefires. Unless, particularly, we're at a stage where we need like a ceasefire or something, otherwise we'll die. So, maybe I might make an exception to that. So yeah, we must fulfill the long campaign conditions, so we must do that, which shouldn't be too bad. That's my phone vibrating. Go away. Oh, let's say, is that a comment? No, it's just a like to comment liked. So yeah, obviously the only like exception to that victory conditions if there was a bugged thing, like say for example if we took Mistrand, the game crashed, then we might not be able to, or something like that. And retraining, giving units armor and weapon upgrades can be done at any time. I consider that as just an anytime thing. I don't think we need to make restrictions on that as well. I don't think that's really necessary. I'm not one of those people that sits in the settlement of an army for ages to waiting for the upgrades to be the blacksmiths to be built. I just move on to the next thing, really. But there you go. I'm not too worried. But I just feel like the weapon upgrades and retraining can be done at any time. If you have any issues with that retrain sort of thing, then just let me know, I guess. But I don't think it's much of an issue. Anyway, on to the actual story of things. And many of the dwarfs and peoples of Middle Earth, especially in the north, have heard of the great victory outside Erebor, the crushing of Durin, and, well, obviously would know about the army that came through from Durin, which likely my headcanon would have gone up this way, up here, through here, and then probably at Erebor. So Erebor's probably, at this side, is going to know that there's a massive army of golden rune units coming this way. And many people thought, oh god, the North's at an end. But the fact that they heard of the legendary battle at Erebor, the destruction of the army, and the absolute crushing, schooling of Rune, we've had quite a few good battles, haven't we? The Battle of the Nine Armies, we've had the battle outside Kurik Fall, we had the battle outside Erebor, and yeah, it was just really good. And I really enjoyed that Rune fight. But anyway, everyone in the world's heard about this massive victory. Even Sauron heard of it. Even the Angmarim probably thought, oh shit, Erebor's probably going to die. Everybody heard that his army was coming. Erebor was likely going, and the North was likely lost, and the whole war in the North was screwed. The Shire, the Imladris, all the elves, everything was just at an end. But then they heard of the absolute victory. Erebor smashed Rune and broke their army, killed them all, and basically just won the whole thing. And everyone's probably wasn't much rejoicing, as you might imagine. Many, of course, heard that Fort Erebor was lost, and likely a recapture of Erebor would soon have to be launched. That's a merchant, by the way, for those wondering what he's doing. So everybody heard of this massive victory, and everyone's probably cheered. Erebor's won a great victory, and the North is probably saved for now. Although Gundabad is starting to really get their armies going, as is Rune. So we need to watch out for that. Now I've gone ahead and did something a little bit controversial that I feel as if some people might not like. But I brought my custom generals in early. Because I thought to myself they're going to be sitting in the forts, not doing much for how many ever turns. And I thought by the time we take most of these big settlements, we might be on the end of the campaign. So I thought, why not just have them now? And then we can actually make use of them, enjoy them. That's why I've always done my other campaigns. Is I've always had them straight away, and then we get to enjoy ourselves and have fun with them, and they can prove themselves as legendary warriors and all that stuff. So yeah, so I brought them in early. And my backstory for that is, since we won the big battle at Erebor, Dane realizes that and he's heard recently of the strength of Rune. He cannot underestimate the power of Rune. He also hears of the goblins mustering for more men, and they've recaptured Dane's halls on Nazanar, and are really strengthening up and hitting the north. I think, yeah, Framsburg is under siege as well. And they're really getting their armies together and kicking ass. So Dane's called out, sent all the Ravens of Erebor out, and he's called aid. But to all the dwarfs, all his dwarven warriors and generals and different dwarven realms. And they've all come and answered his call. However, they have their own little missions to do first before they can come and join us. But anyway, on to the main things. Erebor for now is still controlled by Gimli. He's sort of just keeping an eye on the place. We've got Dale Cavalry still being recruited that we never built last time because we didn't need him, but now we can get some more men in. I don't think we retrain those for now, unfortunately. Dane's about to smash an army of Gundabad, which I imagine we should be able to kill pretty easily. The Wargs might give us a bit of grief, and possibly the Black Shield, but we should be able to beat them, no trouble. Hopefully. Gloin's with him. And Thorin's just sitting over in Kurikaful for now, but I'll probably move him out at some point. So we'll keep him ready to move out shortly at some point, once I get my stuff together. I like to really get an army going in the east to deal with Rune, which may come in handy in a minute, so you'll see why. And also I want to retake those rebel settlements, because how bloody dare those damn poxy rebels take my stuff? They will be paid for in violent death, I tell you that. So, the first messenger that went over to Talafang, which right now has been occupied by runic forces. A dwarven warriors over there have been trying to keep an eye on what Rune's up to, maybe trying to help the Dale men try and fight back. But Talafang has not gone well, and the runic forces have taken the town and now surround the place. Some warriors of Dale, joined by the dwarfs, have come to retake Talafang, and we will speak to that general shortly. But we basically will have a big battle over Talafang against some runic forces with the help of some Dale warriors as well. Now into the main bit, and this is actually interesting because if you ever play the 4th Age Total War, which we're about to shortly, you shall see that there's a dwarven realm, a settlement here actually, which is held by the dwarves in the 4th Age, and we've used this backstory to bring them forward. So we have the Dwarves of Nurikisden that have come out from the mountains of the east. Now, about 30 years ago, the Dwarfs were actually attacked by a great army of Rune that came up from the mountains here, with the help of Mordor and many orcs and runic Easterlings, that destroyed, basically they destroyed the whole thing. With dragon fire and all sorts of like fire and dark magic, they destroyed the Dwarven realm and basically crippled it completely. Leaving the Dwarves of Nurikisden, those that survived, had to flee into Durin. Eventually, the Vine regions of that time allowed them to basically remain with the city. Eventually, they granted them some territory and some land in Strondos under the watchful eye of Forquin. Eventually, and this is Forquin's father by that point, the Dwarves have sort of remained here ever since, keeping an eye on the lands and making sure Rune doesn't keep coming out. And now Rune has marched up north, and now an army of the Dwarves of Nurikisden and some mercenaries have joined forces and they've basically been trying to rebuild their home, but they've instead postponed that because this army of Rune's coming They've spent all their money on mercenaries to help defend and defeat this Runic army that's pushing itself into Dorwinium. Hopefully then we'll be able to push into Lest. The next force then, Rivendell has been under siege, and the dwarves over there have been giving them aid and helping them repel the goblins. And now the dwarves and the goblins have sent a mighty army against Imladris, and the dwarves in that region are now ready to stand with them. They've also brought some Dunedain warriors, and they've also come to aid in the Battle of Imladris. And the final one, if I'm not missing anybody, is the Dwarves of Erebor. Now he sent a messenger. I'll talk about fire in a second. Gulla went westwards to look with, of course, the Raven of Erebor. He went westwards to go speak to the Dwarves of Erebor and find out what's going on with the Erebor and the rings and whatnot. And when he arrived, he was immediately imprisoned and attacked by an army, by the Erebor forces. He was imprisoned and chucked in the black cells of Barras Targaful. Eventually, with the help of Gura, a spy, he snuck into the town, and I'm not going to show you that, but he basically rescued Gulla from the dungeons. And also with the help of Farin, who has also come over from Bree to give a hand. Along with that, though, he also brought a company of elves to give him a hand as well. So they basically rescued Gulla from that land with the help of Farin, and have recently gone east. They came along a massive stronghold in Perth-and Lewin, full of orcs that have overrun the town, along with some men of Ravanian and forces. Now, this is actually the army. I wanted to put an army somewhere over to make it a bit harder to fight, but it had to be the army from, unfortunately, Morine, because they were the only other army I could find that would actually weren't in the settlement, so they had to come over and join. So it's a bit of a law break there, but we'll just gloss it with that. But anyway, so the dwarves have come over here to help deal with this orc army that's also here. And also, it also frees up a little area to potentially give possibly to the elves, to help the elves push against Ered Lewin. So that's sort of the idea. So helping them, we'll get up to them in a minute. Also, the dwarves of Ered Lewin was struck out and attacked an army of Bree in Mickle Delving. Thankfully, some of our dwarves were also in the area, keeping watchful of the Shire. Since Ered Lewin declared themselves basically the evil ones, we have sent an army over. Many of the dwarves were in Breeland, actually visiting Bilbo Baggins, and also actually heard of the attack and Mickle Delving and rode out to meet them. And we'll talk about them in a second. Don't think I'm missing anybody, am I? We've got the army up there. We can have quite a few battles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I'm going to click on them a minute to make sure I'm not missing anybody.
I am but an ally, Lord. Hail them. I, noble sire. My king.
No, we're not. That's wrong. Okay. So we're starting in the north first. So we have Farin. Farin is actually featured in the War in the North game, and he's one of the 3 playable characters you can play as. You have Andriel, who's an elf, and you have also, is it Eladan? Not Eladan. Is it Eladan? Or was it Eredun? Eredun, that's it. And Eredun actually featured in my Free Peoples campaign a while ago. But Farin is from that game, and I figured it, and he's also a champion of Erebor, that's his title in that game. So I figured it's fair enough he should probably come join us in this campaign. Though it says Mirkwood Forest, but he's not there anymore. But because he hasn't registered that he's moved. But I basically teleport them around, maybe give them a few armies to make it obviously a bit more interesting, and that's what's happened. He's grouped up with Gulla. Gulla obviously came with the Sons of Durin, which we saw him in battle not too long ago. So he's with us. Now, Farin has come over from some warriors from Bree and some dwarfs as well to give him a hand. And Farin then comes with a unit of King's Crossbows, which is a very good crossbow unit. They have a melee attack of 12, missile attack of 12, 21 defense, and they're effective against armor because of crossbows. And yeah, they're very good. This is actually a new unit that was added into the Dwarven submod. So pretty cool. There's a little bit of a text there you can read. That's the King's Crossbows. We've seen him in action soon. I could have given him more of a perhaps axe-wielding unit, but then Gimli already fills that role with the axe guard. And there's also the Dragon Slayer unit I could have given him, but that guy went to another custom general. That was actually the unit was actually picked by one of my viewers, General Cheese. Actually, that's his bodyguard. We'll talk about him later. He comes with 2 units of ruffians, 1 unit of Dwarven Travellers, 5-man pikemen, and some sellswords as well. So they stand ready to march against the army at Perth and Lewin. Mostly walls, a couple of decent orc forces, and this army here as well, which we'll fight, which adds a bit of added challenge, especially as we have the elves Glorfindel. I don't know if it's the Glorfindel, no, it's a adoptee. But general called Glorfindel anyway. I guess we can say this is the actual Glorfindel. He's got a decent elven army with him, so they help us retake Perth-Lewin. Hopefully the elven army will push now into against Ered-Lewin, which is the idea. Moving over to Mickle-Delving then, we have an army of Bree that's come over here. So inside of Mickle-Delving we have First Watch Captain Andy, who's like the Fashionaire. He's also got Will, a Hobbit General, comes some archers. I think he comes with Greenway Riders, yeah, the cavalry bodyguard. We also got Captain Raven, who comes with a nice little army of Breeland forces to help us. This army is town has been attacked by the Dwarves of Erebor. So Fra, Durin, they all come with the bodyguard, which is Dwarven Nobles, which is the new Ered-Lewin bodyguard. It's not the Tumunzahar Nobles anymore now. That's I don't know if that was removed or just wasn't added for their bodyguard. Ered-Lewin scouts, sellswords, ruffians, that sort of thing. Not too many dwarves that side. And then you got Clan Harold Grain with some merchant cavalry. He comes with Tumunzahar note. Yeah, these guys are now actually like an actual big unit, which is a nice little change there. The Tumunzahar nobles looking pretty badass. They'll give us some grief in this battlefield, I am certain. But it should be a nice little fight between us, and it's the first time we get to fight Ered-Lewin against them. We fought with them before, and now we fight against them. Joining us here then is Dori and Hadhard. Now they have an army of Fireman Pikemen, 3 units of Dwarven Travellers, and some sellswords. Now Dori is actually added into the Dwarven TLC. It's not anything I've added in. He is a part of this submod. So if you're playing this Dori, playing this Erebor, you'll get Dori. And there's a bit of text for him as well, which I shall read. Dori is a distant relative of Thorin Oakenshield, cousin of Ori and elder brother of Nori. While of the 14 original members of Thorin's company and survivor of the Battle of the Five Armies, he is remarked by Thorin as being the strongest dwarf of his company, and in their travels, he not only carried Bilbo through Goblin Town, but also helped Bilbo climb the tree when the wolves attacked. So that's Dori. Also, for those wondering, if I ever play Ered-Lewin at some point, I'll add the other members of the company to Ered-Lewin. So, for those wondering. So that's Ori. Command of the Eastern Troops, Dwarven Flute. He has an Iron Hill Sword, Dwarven Coat and Mount, and Dwarven Shield. He comes in with his bodyguard as King's Warriors, which is an axe. Is it accurate? Yes, it is. They also throw axes as well, so they have a missile attack of 12, 13 melee attack, and total defense of 20, and also armor piercing. So they're pretty damn good. Now, Hadhod, for those unfamiliar, and if you've ever played the Third Age game from eons ago, but I never have, but I have seen gameplay, and I obviously knew of this character, and Hadhod appears in that game. And now Hadhod actually is looking for his 3 sons that actually perished in Khazad-dûm, and he's been looking for them ever since. That's why he's in Eredor. And he doesn't find them, unfortunately, and they are likely lost. And I think, I looked in the CK2 mod, I think they're actually dead, so it's pretty heartbreaking. I mean, Gimli obviously remarked that Balin was one of his cousins, but Hadhod's lost 3 of his actual sons, which I can imagine that's pretty fucking crazy. So Hadhod, that's a portrait of him then. If you're wondering what the black is, because you'll notice with these portraits, they have a bit of like background, which is because they've been edited out. Like the background's been edited basically with Photoshop and the eraser tool. I tried to Hadhod and the other generals, it didn't work at all, so I just went with the black image at the back, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. Farin has it as well, but it's fine. It's fine. It's because their background images I think are in caves and stuff, so it's not easy. Hadhod then, his bodyguard is units of King's Shield, which is total defense 96? 96? What? 26! I mean, I'm thinking of a Elven unit in the 4th phase Total War, which has like 60 defense, which is insane. Anyway, attack of 9 and, I was going to say armor piercing, but they're not. Basically a very good shield unit. So we see them in action, hope they don't get themselves killed, but I guess we would have fought well. But Hadhod obviously is joined over here looking for his sons, and he's also ran to Dori, and Dori is asking to come west to give him a hand against this army that's coming through. So that's that army there. Moving over to Rivendell, where we find Dwalin and Killy. Now, a bit of backstory, because obviously many of you are familiar that Killy and Philly died. Now, the backstory and slight change that I did is that in the Battle of the Five Armies, and we're using more of the book story, where Killy and Philly famously died defending Thorin's body after he was struck down, and then Bayon carried Theon? What am I talking about? He carried Thorin to safety. I'm not sure about Killy and Philly, but in this scenario, Killy and Philly was fighting against some armies, some enemies. They wounded Philly, and Killy was fighting off to defend his brother. And where Thorin Oakenshield leapt to the rescue, and he saved both the brothers. However, in the process, he ran to Bolg. Now, I think Bolg was slain by Bayon, but we're going to just ignore that. And instead, Thorin had a battle with Bolg, and obviously Azog's long dead, but Azog died in the Battle of Nolzabar, and obviously Dane killed him ages ago. In the films, obviously he wasn't, but that's a whole other thing. But basically he fought Bolg. Bolg wounded Thorin, and Thorin went down, was slain, and just as Thorin was about to have his head chopped off, Killy managed to find some strength to jump back up because he was wounded before Thorin had jumped in. And he jumped up and he cut down this Bolg. And Bolg, I think, well, I guess you would say Bolg was wounded quite mortally. Bolg tried to flee, and then Beorn came out of nowhere with his giant bear form and just ate him, basically. So in this scenario, Thorin basically saved Killy and Philly and did the noble sacrifice to save both of them. He would not let his sister's sons die, and that was it. Now you're probably wondering, oh, wouldn't Killy and Philly, because of nephews, be the heir to the thrones? No, because Thorin's sister was married to another Dwarven guy. Now I don't know who that Dwarven person was, but it was a Dwarven guy of some sort. And I think he was off the line of Durin, but of like a much further descent than, of course, Dane, who was closer in the family tree. So Dane was still the king, and Philly and Killy probably wouldn't have wanted the throne anyway. So basically, in this scenario, Thorin basically sacrificed himself to save Killy and Philly. So that's why they're alive. Now we have the dwarfs over here. So Dwalin and Killy. So Dwalin's been added in. So Hadhol is my creation. So is Thorin. So is Killy. And Dwalin was added in via the Dwarven TLC. So Commander of the Iron Guard. He has his own little text as well. Dwalin, second son of Fundin, brother of Balin and first cousin once removed of Gimli. He fought in the Battle of Nolzabar at the age of 27, but one of the 14 original members of Thorin's company. In the true history of events, he was the longest lived of all Thorin's company, living to be 350 and dying in the fourth age, 91. So yeah, very, very good, powerful general there. And Dwalin's bodyguard then is Iron Guard, which is very good. They have attack of 16, defense of 31, and they can't also be broken as well, so they're very powerful. We also have quite a few units here, so we have Dale Cavalry, some Merchant Cavalry, some Sellswords, and Ruffians. And Killy then, who has been spent a fair bit of time in the Ered Luin Mountains. He actually got involved in the Grimborn quite a few times. However, he managed to convince some of the Grimborn followers to not fight against dwarves, but instead fight towards a unified alliance with elves, men, and all that, and basically join together and we'll form a better kingdom. So Killy then comes with Grimborn Reavers. Now the stats, I didn't want to make them too OP, because we have quite a few OP generals anyway, so I didn't want to make them that overpowered. But yeah. So Gilly comes because he's been spending a bit of time with Grinfarn. He hasn't quite converted to Grinfarn's plans to kill everybody else. He's instead convinced these Grimborn Reavers to go east and help Killy make the best of things and help the dwarfs have a greater realm not by standing alone, but by fighting with their allies, by the elves, with the elves, the Anduin, the Northmen, and all that, and all the men together. So Grimborn Reavers, an attack of 17, charge bonus of 7, 28 total defense, and they have double swords, which are pretty cool. And they can't be broken too. So yeah. So the description's a little bit over the place, but Grimborn Reavers is so cool. I had to have them in. I thought it was cool to have the Grimborn. My hope is that Killy fights against Grinfarn, because Grinfarn basically took Killy in after the war, and basically, essentially, I would say, he basically helped them out. I guess this is their ages, by the way, for those who didn't know. He helped Killy out for quite some time now. I will make this video a bit longer because we're talking a bit about the custom generals, so I'll give you a bit of a longer episode, and also these videos will be a little while. Hadpod's a bit older because Dory's 67. Mr. Where have I gone? And Thorin's 46, and Gullo is 23. So yeah, so they stand ready to fight with Elrond against some elves. So Elrond stands in here as well. He's got a couple elven defenders. So we've got some more elves in here. Some Sindar late tier units, which are pretty cool to see. And some Manya. Elrond, of course, comes with the Durin bodyguards. So unfortunately, it hasn't given his Gil-galad's company back, unfortunately. So we just have to ignore that. Captain Durfor has joined us with a couple of Durin warriors. And this is the Goblin force. Fair bit of trash. Some of it's pretty good. Like some of the Azog's Defilers, good god, they're pretty scary. And also another Goblin army here led by Macrolg. He also stands to fight with some Rudau Hillmen as well, which is interesting. They stand ready to fight now against the goblins outside. So that is what we shall do. Are we neutral with the goblins? Oh, we are.
We march to battle.
And they're already in range, perfect. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were in range, actually. We already started at war at Ered Luin, because I did a bit of trickery to make them so that we were at war with them. basically. It did work. Moving on to the east then. So into the east, we have Philly and Frore. Now, Frore is the custom general that has been added for the... I haven't got the backstory up. Let me just quickly grab the notes on my phone. But there's a whole backstory that General Cheese has written out, and I will read it today, as I promised him. And let me just quickly find the messages, because I forgot I was reading out his whole backstory. Let me just find that a minute. Let's grab that. He also did a bit of backstory on his father as well. Now, his father, of course, was Floy, who was actually a general in my Khazad-dûm campaign. I don't know if they're quite related, but anyway. So I'll read the backstory out then for you. Yeah. Born the son of one of Balin's lieutenants who ventured to reclaim Khazad-dûm, Frore was a natural warrior. His father taught him how to use an axe and how to lead men into battle. This whole backstory is written by Cheese as well. This is all his. He wrote this, and I'm reading it from directly his messages. His father taught him how to use an axe, how to lead men into battle. Before his father left for Moray, he told Frore, "You will forge your own path, and I foresee you as a great conqueror who will become the shield that will guard Erebor and defeat our enemies as Durin did before." Frore took this to heart and went to officer school to refine his skills of command. Now, I haven't given him any command because I want Frore to actually prove himself command in battle. I'm sure Cheese will probably understand what I mean by that. Finally, after years of hard work, at 17 years old, the start date, so obviously we've moved ahead a couple of turns, so he's a bit older, but that's fine. He was given command of a contingent of the remaining Dragon Slayers of the Grey Mountains, that's his bodyguard. We'll show him in a second. Intent on reclaiming the old cities long lost to the Orcs of the North, he would mostly be given the responsibility of defending Erebor's northern border in Ered Mithrin, from which is the Grey Mountains, from goblins and the occasional band of Gundabad Orcs. By 3010, he had a lot of military experience under his belt and was excited to hear of his father's successes in Moria. Given the proper circumstances, he may grow to be a great conqueror long remembered in the archives of a lonely mountain. And his backstory for his father, which I figured I may as well read. Frore's father, Floy, was born in 2897 in the Iron Hills. His mother came from Ered Luin and met his father when he was a part of a small force sent to defend the Blue Mountains from a goblin raid, coming from the Edmores. She would move to the Iron Hills with him where Frore's father was born. Frore's father was born? Does he mean... I'm confused. Frore's father, Floy, was born in 7... Does she mean where Floyd's father? I don't know. Ignore that bit. They lived happily ever after there for many years, where Frore's father joined the legions and also participated in the Battle of the Five Armies in 2941 of the Third Age. As a part of Vanguard under Dane Ironfoot, following the battle, Floyd would return to the Iron Hills, staying by his parents' side until 2957 when his mother passed away. Oh no, hang on. Frore's father, Floyd. I met his father. I think that's mean. I think this means Floyd's father. Right, okay. I'm with you. I think. After this, Floyd would move to Erebor. Yeah, staying by his parents' side until 2957 when his mother passed away. After this, Floyd would move to Erebor, his ancestral homeland, and would meet and marry his wife. They would have their only child, Frore, in 1982. In 2982, Floyd would raise Frore and remain Erebor until Balin began his expedition to Khazad-dûm, in which Floyd would be one of Balin's lieutenants. By the time Floyd left, Frore would be 7 and would be raised by his mother into his first command at 17. Floyd now pushes forward into the vast dark of Moria, home to liberate the once great city, excited to hear of his, and also excited to hear of his son's military exploits back in Erebor. Thank you. Thank you, Cheese. Good bit of backstory there. Bit of a read, but that's alright. Philly then. So Philly spent a bit of time in Dale, training up the men and preparing them, and also being a bit of a ward to, I think, to Prince Bard, and who is now the king. Since his ascension to the throne, Floyd has left and has been helping Dale ever since, with the help of Frore, who has come down from the Iron Hills. He was basically also went down with Philly to help him in this mission, and that's where we find him. We have 2 units of Ravanian Hunters, we have 2 units of Ravanian Riders helping us out here. We've got some Dale forces, we've got some Dalian Billmen, Valor Rangers, and some Ruffians here. And Eldacar comes with Rivermen, Lake Down Pikes, and some Longbows. The Armour of Ruin we're facing is Aralad, 3 units of Aralad Dragon Riders, Aralad Dragon Guard, Daratai Warriors, Baltrog Spearmen, Daratai Clansmen, and inside of the settlement we have quite a few of the Dragon Guard, again, some more Aralad and Daratai forces here. Very silvery, the silvery sort of runic forces here. Philly then comes as the bodyguard of Halfguard from Dale, which we can recruit now. They're skilled against mounts and they're effective against armor. They have a melee attack of 11, to missile attack of 7, and 27 total defense. This is a unit that we have now unlocked since the battle against Rune. We can build them, but I don't know when. Did it say actually here? I'm not sure. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out. But either way, we have them as a bodyguard for Philly. So Philly's obviously spent a lot of time in Dale, and he's been rewarded with a bodyguard from Dale as well. So Philly comes with them, Halfguard, which is pretty damn good. And it'd be cool to see these guys fight alongside a dwarf. But they've been with Philly for quite a few years now, so they definitely respect him. Yeah, Philly should be 43, and I think... Oh, God. Oh, bit of lag there. That's fine. And his brother, who's a twin, should be 43, yeah. Twins that have different hairstyle, which is interesting. They have different hair colour. So Thrall, as alluded to, comes with Dragon Slayers, which are skill against mounts, effective against armour, and are legendary warriors. Attack 11, defense 31, and they are absolutely badass. They can't be broken, they are amazing. They used to be called the Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin, but eventually we'll have Thrall return east to the north and fight against the Dwarves of the Grey Mountains. I may send him north maybe later on, but we need to deal with this army here. It'll be a while till we get an army to push into the heartland of Rune, and we're not quite there yet. But we'll have that battle shortly. We'll start off with one in a minute, but in a minute. The next army then, we find ourselves in from Nurikisden. The Dwarves of Nurikisden have gone east to give the hand to their warriors of Dorwinium. A runic force has come to attack. So inside we have some Dorwinian forces, Vineyard Bowmen, some Bladesmen and Levies. The runic army is quite decent. Aralad, Dragon Riders, some crossbows there again. More kind of mid-tier, low mid-tier units really. So we have Vidar and Telkar. So Vidar is the Lord of Nurikisden. He's the, I guess, king of the realm. Since throwing him in a sort of alliance with Dane to hopefully eventually be restored his lands at some point in the far, far, far future. So that's the sort of general gist. So Vidar then comes with a unit of privateer cavalry, axemen, and 2 units of Ravanian spearmen. Now Vidar is obviously the sort of, I guess, the faction leader of Nurikisden, the realm that we've created. Well, not I've created. It's in the Bridens, I'm pretty sure. I think it was abandoned in the Second Age, but we said it's sort of been around a bit longer. And there's also another, is it Northern Bad or something like that? Some other realm to the Grey Mountains that was around apparently. I wasn't add them in as well, but I thought I might save it for another campaign. But yeah, so you have Vidar, who is the leader of this dwarven realm, has obviously helping out Dorwinium. Vidar does some decent command. He is meant to be like the faction leader, so naturally would do. Telkar has some Cram, and Telkar is his son. He is the heir to this realm, hence why he has a crown, and hence why he has a crown. In DCI Lost Lines, this is actually the faction leader's portrait for Durin, and I think this is his heir. I think so. Hence why they have the crowns. So quickly then, Philly, Killy, Hadhod, and Farron, all my creations, as well as where's he gone? As well as Thrall, because I added them in. But obviously the portrait, the unit, the bodyguard, the story was all, and the name was all picked by Cheese. I mean, I added them in, but obviously the credit goes to him really. And the names, and obviously the names and the realm and whatnot all goes credit to me. Not the realm, because that's Tolkien's thing. But the names anyway go to me. But the portraits all go to DCL Last Alliance. So thank you to them. I mean, not for letting me use them, because I use them anyway. Just thanks for the portraits. So Vidar comes with Iron Fist hammers. He has spent a bit of time in the east as well with helping. He's been fighting against Rune most of his time because he blames Rune for the destruction of his homeland. And he has recently been helping the dwarfs of the Oricani as well, and has since been granted a company of Iron Fist hammers, which is very powerful. They're effective against armor. They attack of 15, defense of 29, and they're very good. And the Iron Fist finest. Yeah. Telkar then, because I've noticed actually that if you play the CK2, I have the screenshots now, right? If you play the CK2 Middle Earth Project mod, you'll see that Telkar has the realm over here, which is a Dwarven realm, has Blacklock as their, I suppose, culture. So what I've done is I've given him, of course, Blacklock Engineers, which is like in my mind, the guys, the Blacklocks. These are the Blacklock clan. They're called Nurikisden, but they're like the Blacklocks. That's what the realm was called, but then the culture wasn't Blacklock, so I'm just going to say they're the Blacklocks They're a Blacklock sort of clan, but they've in that mountain basically. But obviously it's been broken, and there's no way for us to bring that settlement back in this campaign at all. Maybe one day, perhaps if Swan's watching, he might bring in the realm of Nurukizn. I think if he does, that'd be really cool, but he hasn't. So Vidar then comes with Ivan's Hammers, and Telkar then comes with the Blacklock Engineers, which is very similar in stats to the King's Crossbows, except they have less, their melee attack is a bit worse. But they're effective against armors, they can use sharpened stakes, and they're very good units as well. So yeah, we have decent bodyguards, and I wanted to show them off from the start, but I wanted to try and like bring them in step by step, but I thought it'd be fun to have them all together, and then we'll use them all together at some point. And what I will do first, though, because I'm cool, I want to have a bit of a starter battle, so let's go and fight some of the orcs here. So we have Captain Ilkrun with his army of orcs and lots of wargs and whatnot. That'll be pain to kill. And we've got a couple of armies here. We have the elves here with us today, which will be very useful. Let's jump in with our first battle with my return to this series. You will also notice I noticed that the schedule has since been rejigged a bit. Basically, it's essentially 2 episodes of this other series a week, and it varies between each week. So one week you'll get Erebor, and then next week you'll get a different campaign for 2 episodes a week. And then just basically the episodes are one after the other. So like yesterday, you would have probably got the Erebor episode 6, where we would have annihilated Runin, which is amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed playing that battle, I can tell you that. And this is also the last recording I'm probably going to make before I go on holiday. This is currently Friday the 19th. I'm going on holiday tomorrow at 6 in the morning. I'm not looking forward to getting up that early, but other than that, so I'm getting up pretty early for that. So yeah, this is Perfect Luin. Shrewsbury looks more like which is your stand elven village, I suppose. We've seen most of the units here before, but we haven't seen. I think we've seen the Sons of Durin, but this is them in like a bit of a better map, I suppose. And these are the King's Crossbows, yeah, the King's Crossbows, which is a new unit added in for the Dwarven submod. I think that unit model, because I have played as the Dwarves for Third Age 4.0 before, so I think they're quite similar in design to them, I think, or I could be wrong. It could just be the same unit model, but then just given crossbows and rejigged a bit to look a bit like the, different, like a bit like the King's units, but I think to say extension of them would be in the crossbows. So the elves start on the other side then, so we'll look at the elves in this pose. Oh, the Ballista crew's ready to go. Jesus. So the elves, the Lindar Bowmen, some Lindar Marines at the back here. Some armor. Do they have armor upgrades? No. They don't. The Manyar Swordmasters, got the Elven Bodyguard at the back here, the Calaquendi Lords, which is amazing. Linden Longspears, you will have also seen as well. Well, by now you will all probably. I don't know if it's. I'm not 100% sure if it's. No, it'll be next week. I think is when the new 4th Age series starts. So I couldn't tell you what the hell faction might win that yet. So I have no idea.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
They also have. They should all have the abilities working as well.
Let's get going. Forward.
Oh fuck. Hold on. Stop. This is why pausing the battle is just so helpful. Oh crap. What I do? Yeah, come over here with the cell swords. I have a plan for you. I've seen the Ruffians a few times, looking awesome. I do like the Ruffians being the model. I can't tell if the model's better than it is in DAC or not. I'm not really sure. To the other army up here, which may prove to be troublesome. The crossbows in range, excellent. Oh, they're going to do arcing shots, so let's bring them around here actually now. But they made him move, that's the main thing. The elves are moving in, I think. I might let the elves just carry on there and I'm going to deal with this army. Problem is they always run to the town square, the AI. I think it looks like the elves are going to fight the elves. The elves and the dwarves are going to fight each other. Oh god, they're coming. Pull back in case they come. I think they are gonna... Are they hitting us? Don't they? Oh, that's the crew firing. Yeah, they are gonna come for us. I thought they would. Damn it. Hit the wargs. Come together, my friends. Getting there, lads. Farmhand pikemen are in. Excellent. Horses are going down the road. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Wait, archers. Actually.
The battle is very much
It's very hard to see what I'm doing.
we remain true and steadfast. Victory will be ours.
Where are you going? Come back, you buggers. Yeah, shoot them if you can. The wargs are very slippery, unfortunately. Are they going to charge my crossbows? Okay, fine. Fine. That unit's going to kill you, I can't lie to you.
Our men are winning the battle. If we can, the enemy general has no honor.
He's
He
gone.
flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Alright. Baron, watch out. They are very good, these guys, the King Crossbows. So I can leave them in melee and be confident that they probably will kick some ass. Actually, just drop them. It's heavy cavalry though, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Right, we're in battle. Move up. That's when Farin dies in like 2 seconds. No. Farmhand pikemen getting there quick.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
I don't know. There's too much crossfire. Damn it! Fire! That's right. Yeah, get the archers out of there. Well, there you go. I guess just kill them now, I suppose. I don't know where you guys are going. Get rid of them if you can. Sons of Durin are in, they're going to be doing quite well. And then what the hell? Yeah, they just ran to the elves. Oh yeah, they're dead. Oh, there's a number of armies coming. Jesus. Oh, there's the infantry. Might go over there quick. The archers can just shoot them with random riders for now. Give them a hand. Oh dear. I think it's absolutely over. Get in there and kill the goblins if you can now. Oh, where the hell did they go? Those guys come from. Are you guys good against fighting cavalry? No. But you're armor piercing, so you may just have to just hope for the best. I'm not overly attached to this general, so if he does die, he dies, but... Oh, they did come back good. I don't really want to use them as infantry, but I might have to. Oh, bloody, I don't know where that cavalry's come. Over there. What's going on? Fighting over here is taking place. Some orc fires against the... Oh, they're dead.
Good tidings.
Oh, that's both the generals dead, I think, now.
We have set the cart to hell.
Oh. Right, shoot them then, I guess. Oh, Christ's sake. Privateer Axeman! Oh, no, they're dead.
Our men have
Yeah, dead. I may have just killed this ruffians. Oh dear. Oh, they're dead. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Let's maybe get over here and help the archers. Run away. The elves are coming though. Fantastic. I may have lost. Yeah, pull the ruffians out. Oh, we killed him. Ah, it's a unit, isn't it?
Swords have his men. The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory
what the hell are you? Oh, you're routing. Great. That's handy, isn't it? If you can shoot them, that'd be great. Problem is, we're very slow. They're about to charge him with the elves. Those guys got utterly raped, I'm afraid to say. That just sounds so weird out of context. Oh, my drink for today. I almost forgot. My drink is a Coke with actual sugar, which is unheard of in this country. Jesus, actual sugar. Good God. Right, pull them out because I can see my general getting murked immediately, so I'm not risking it. I know. I know this game too damn well, my general, and I don't want to lose far in the first battle we've had of him, really, to be honest. Oh, crap, where is he? He's right, run! Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Don't you dare die in this first fucking battle. I'm going to be very annoyed. Farin, get out of there, you silly bugger. Come on. Don't get shot with... No! Fuck it. Get in there and help him. Fuck. Get everyone help. He's only against ruffians, you should be mine.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast...
Damn it, he's alone! Fuck's sake. Farin, no! Wait, is that Farin? Oh, wait. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Oh, routing. Oh, fantastic.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Oh, they're gone. Oh, bye. Shoot them, I suppose. Actually, if you can reform and get some shots off him, great. Is that what I did there? Give the fireman pipe in the head. He's doing quite well, holding quite well against privateers, I can't lie. That should be good enough. And the sons of Durin are here. Yes, they are. Here they are. Oh, that guy just got hammered to death. The guys are in conflict with the elves. I think they'll die.
The enemy army
oh, it's over.
the field. This is a clear victory.
And they're dead. You got the most kills. Farman Pikeman. Jesus. They did kill quite a few as cavalry, to be fair, so it's not bad. But yeah, King's Crossbow did quite well. Sons of Durin very well. Travers got quite a few kills as well. It's nice. Yeah, well done. We've done victory. I don't have a diplomat over here, do I? Actually, I just thought of that. So I might actually have to hold this place for a bit, which is fine. I mean, if Durin comes, I'm sure my... anyway. Will the Elven allies come and help us? Probably not. They'll probably just let us die, but... I guess once we help propel them, the Durin forces against Bree, we can pull back, I guess, and head over to Durin and give them a hand. And then from there, we'll mount our attack against Durin, really. Which should make the things interesting. Open up, because we've got quite a few fronts we can definitely open up. So I feel it could be interesting. But I would like the elves to maybe get over and help. But I don't think they will. Where is my diplomat? I think I've got another one. They're dead. That army's gone too. Goodbye. Farewell. We descend. Burn the place around. I think it's probably very much orc culture. Well, it's not our culture, that's for certain. Right. Dwarfs. Where are my diplomats?
My lord.
Over there. Right, you're on Ravanian. That's handy. And this other guy is in Gars. Also in over fucking... Okay. Let's maybe get one over to the west, because this is where our front is likely going to be now when it's taken up. In terms of buildings then, what is my rule? Building reduction cost, build time and growth. Right. Build time and growth. We may have to skip that, because I don't think we have anything that can redo our growth, doesn't it? Nope. Growth, economy and culture. I guess I didn't put a restriction when what goes first, so I'm going to say in this instance, because our culture is kind of it's probably a good idea to get the brewery going and then go from there. I don't know. I know I said before I was going to stick to like what's in the tier, but I don't know. Oh, they have a carpenter's hut. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, thank you, orcs. You built that for me. Also, keep in mind, the AI gets an awful lot of cheats anyway, so I feel as if it's not really too bad. Oh, I should add to the rules. Yeah. Can only recruit... I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Can only recruit units that kind of council mercenaries as well. But we're right close to Ered Luin now, so we need to be careful. That's my... I put my spine here, don't I?
Something to investigate.
Keep an eye in case any more forces come south. Okay, we'll hold here for now. Bet you let our men replenish. Let's fight some dwarfs down here. This is the next battle, which is quite interesting, I think. Let's do this. We'll first watch Captain Andy. Hopefully he doesn't die in the first charge. Captain Raven should give us a hand. We have some decent... Celsus are pretty good. Everyone scouts aren't bad. Durin. Dwarven Nobles are quite a good bodyguard. They can't rout as well. And Clan Harold Graying with his Tumunzahar Nobles. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Let's do this. Oh, I should probably put as well for the rules. I can't auto-resolve. I have to fight my battles manually. I think it would be a good one. But yeah, I don't know how much recording I get in, but I'll try and get in a fair bit before I go away, so I'm like stocked and recording for a bit. Because right now I'm about nearly a month ahead of pre-recorded content, but I feel that will drop off at some point. But I'll try and stay ahead of the schedule as best I can. Unfortunately, when we're not outside the settlement now, are we? Because hopefully it's not the same Yum Largest, though. We'd like to fight in Yum Largest battle map, but I don't know if it will work. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. The archers up first. And put unit several one. Here you come. Set a door around here and we can get him to throw his axes. Send the scouts in first, get them to be aggressive. Want all our armies. I don't know why the captain is a damn ballista crew, but that's fine. Scouts is the version of crossbows, isn't it? The Dwarven Nobles. Some more ruffians there, looking very Witcher inspired, I find myself thinking of. Very Witcher inspired. Getting our shots off, the ruffians. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Other than the farmhand piping, I'd say other than the farmhand piping, they did prove themselves very well in that last battle. Where are they going? Hold on. Where are they going? Well, they're going over to this side of the battle. They're going to try and push me on one flank, maybe? Or they going towards my Bree force? Ah. Are they? I don't know, actually. Okay. Are they going to try and push on my flank here? I'm not quite sure what they're doing. I guess they'll throw our axes. No, I think they're attacking the Brelanders. I think they're going with the Brelanders.